Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. It's Big Cloud here, back again. Before we get into the big news we got for today in today's video, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I want to make a quick announcement. So after yesterday's live stream, my mom's results came in, guys, and I announced this on Twitter. I'm very happy to announce that she tested negative for COVID-19. She's good. I want to say thank you guys so much for everybody keeping me in their prayers, keeping her in your prayers. For those of you that send good messages towards her and everything, she read them. She was a little ecstatic by a lot of them, so thank you guys so much for all the support. I do appreciate it, especially those who reached out on Twitter and of course on PlayStation. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I just want to get right into it. I don't want to bore you guys with no lengthy anything. I just want to get right to this and break this down as quickly as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoy the format and everything. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first topic. All right, so it definitely looks like June is definitely going to be the month of some more gaming news. Now, obviously, you guys already know PS5. We were talking about PS5 June 4th through June 6th. Those are the particular dates that have been hinting at for PS5. Don't worry, we'll get into that in a few seconds, but let's get into this one real quick. This actually just broke today. It turns out developers are actually teaming up for an announcement-filled show in June. This is called the Guerrilla Collective, and basically it's a partnership between studios like Larian, Raw Fury, and Rebellion, and basically they're going to be delivering some gaming news announcements for you guys on June 6th, and they're going to be doing this show through June 8th, if I'm not mistaken, for this particular show. And they're basically going to be showing off their games. I think there's going to be some indies here, a few third-party games, etc., and more actual developers are jumping on board to jump in here, so we could definitely see more. And this is going to be on their Twitch. This is going to be on the Twitch channel. I think it's it's going to be live on a Twitch channel from these developers, and this is going to be their event. Now, the reason why they're doing this is because E3 2020 was actually canceled, and obviously developers want more. They want to show out their games, and it might be a little too much. It might be too many games to showcase for Summer Games Fest, or too many announcements to be filled into Summer Games Fest. You guys know Jeff Keighley, he's doing his particular show very soon as well. So that's what's happening right there. I did see this tweet. This actually was posted on Twitter immediately, and I think it was by PS5 Only is this Twitter account. It usually posts mostly PlayStation related tweets, and it put it out there and it said hashtag PS5. Now, I don't expect anything crazy PS5 related here. Maybe they could announce a game and say, yeah, it's coming to PS5, sure, but for like people to say like it's the PS5 reveal, no, this is not PS5 reveal, at least in my opinion. And I'd be shocked if it is PS5 reveal, but I'm not at all, especially after what I just read. And speaking about what I just read, let's go ahead and get into that.
We were meant for this, Nathan. You, me, together, we were destined for something great.
So a Naughty Dog employee by the name of Anthony Vaccaro actually made some interesting tweets. Now, obviously the first tweet he put it out there, I'm not gonna put it on the screen, I'm not even gonna really go over that one because it was basically his response to the Inside Xbox show. And obviously you guys can kind of already figure what he said for that particular show. So instead, I'm gonna show off what he said here. He put out a tweet and he was showcasing some screenshots for Uncharted 4. And here's the following statement that he had to say. He said, Uncharted 4 came out 4 years ago, and these are still hands down the best looking video game characters. Well, you know, best looking for the next 41 days, that is. Naughty Dog character team is straight fire. That's what he added on to continue with that comment. But that was his tweet. So 41 days. Now keep in mind, this particular tweet was posted yesterday. So he posted it yesterday, and he said 41 days from yesterday. So if you go from that, based off of that record right there, then that means that, or if you go based off of what he just said there, 41 days, and go into next month, that means that more likely the PS5 reveal could very well be June 20th and not June 4th or June 6th for the PS5. And honestly, makes sense. And the reason why I say this makes sense, if you go back to what Jason Schreier said back in, he said back in what, May 8th, he said this. He stated, and if I remember correctly, that the PS5 event could take place between early to mid-June. So it could definitely be there, June 20th. Either way, man, either way, June looks like to be definitely to be the month for PS5, and this is definitely the month that I've been putting a lot of stock into. So if it's June 20th or if it's June 6th or June 4th, we'll definitely see, but odds are I don't know if it'll be June 4th. Honestly, it doesn't look like it's June 4th. It looks like it's more likely going to be June 20th, just to get a little bit more time in between the games that you're probably going to see on June 6th through 8th, and then you'll have your official console reveal for PS5 in June 20th. But again, we'll definitely see when we eventually get there. And so that right there is pretty much my thoughts on this whole PS5 and my final thoughts really for PS5 and when we're going to get the actual console reveal, etc., etc. Again, things can definitely change as we get closer and closer, and more information can drop. I mean, hell, you know, Sony, they stealth release tweets, and they could release a tweet saying, hey guys, look, it's June 4th or June 6th, or not June 6th, but June 4th. But really, honestly, it might very well be June 20th. So you heard it here first, guys. Now, speaking of PS5, let's go ahead and get a little further into this as well, as AMD has pretty much confirmed that AMD is ramping up production to support holiday 2020 release of PS5 and Series X. This is really a no-brainer. You guys already know these consoles are launching on time. There's no delays on either side. The question is, however, how many are going to be available at launch? Are we going to be looking at a huge shortages of consoles due to COVID-19 and everything of that nature? So again, that's just a quick little reminder there that yes, we are getting the consoles. They are ramping it up. There's no hiccups whatsoever in production, and we're definitely going to be getting these systems very, very soon, and we'll have them home very, very, soon, and get the full details, etc., etc. So there you guys go. There's your quick update there. Let's move on to the last little bit of news we got going on here, and let's shut it down. So there was reportedly a hack that Digital Foundry discovered for Bloodborne 2 on the PS4 Pro. And this particular hack showcased the game running at 60 frames per second. Now, again, I'm not sure if you can actually access this hack or how this is actually possible. I didn't watch the full thing, but I did see the performance gap. And let me tell you, the game ran butterly smooth, and it ran awesome at the, at a lower resolution, obviously, but it ran buttery smooth, and that's really what I'm looking forward to the most out of these games for PlayStation 5. Now, granted, you guys already know Sony did announce, or should I say Mark Cerny announced that there's going to be 100 games that are going to be taking full advantage of the boost mode, and these 100 games are more likely going to be in their top rated sellers, or of course in their first party, and just the ones that they really favored for this actual upgrade first. And I can definitely see Bloodborne being on that list and taking full advantage of a frames per second boost. Obviously, they can definitely go up a little higher in the resolution if they wanted to, but really they don't really necessarily need to. They can go full-fledged with the performance increase, and the same thing can be said about Days Gone. Just improve the performance and speed up the game, if you get what I'm saying. Now, the game looked awesome at the resolution that they went with, or not resolution, the game played well at the performance that they went with, and it was at 720p in the actual video, and it ran at a full locked 60, no drops. Obviously at 1080p it was running at 40 frames. Really, it was an unlocked frame rate at 40 frames, and it still had dips, but again, 60 frames locked, it was a completely different story. It literally looked like a different game in terms of the way it moved, or the way the game moved and the way it played. And that right there, again, is something I'm very, very excited for next gen. I can't wait to see what they do. Can't wait to see what they bring to the table. So that was definitely pretty cool to see. Now, the last little bit of news I got for you guys, let's go ahead and get into that, because this is actually for a new IP. All right, so now aside from Godfall, we do have some more information from another particular game. This game is Quantum Error. Now, you guys remember this game was showcased not too long ago. It was a trailer for it. This is a horror game that is strictly for PS5, and the developer had some very interesting words or choice words for the system architect, Mark Cerny, and the way the PS5 is designed for developers. So this is what they had to say about the actual system and design. We feel the man is an absolute genius. It felt like the system is designed with developers in mind. We are really excited about the Zen 2 CPU, which will make things possible on PS5 that were not on PS4. Also, the Tempest audio engine explanation made us squeal like little excited kids. The HRTF and sound experience that we will be able to create with our players is truly groundbreaking with the PS5. They went on further to admit that yes, they are aiming to make the PS5, or they are aiming to make Quantum Error a launch title for PS5, and it's not guaranteed to happen just yet, but they are aiming to make that particular threshold. What's also interesting about this, obviously them praising the system, but what was interesting about this was Jeff Keighley. Now, Jeff Keighley a few days ago actually responded to a particular article that IGN posted. Now, here's the actual screenshot on the screen right now. IGN put out an article that said you may need to lower your expectations for next-gen graphics, and this is what Jeff Keighley had to say in response to that. He said, and I quote, "This article will likely not age well." And then obviously everybody's referring to PS5 when he said this. So again, PS5, Series X, they're both going to do great. We're scratching the surface for the next gen systems. They haven't really truly tapped into the power, and we'll definitely see what these systems can truly showcase with the when the systems eventually launch. But right now, again, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But if I was to add on anything to this, again, usually the first games we see, you know, again, it's like the entry level, right? And then when we get later in the gen, you start seeing more of the intermediate than the expert level styles of games. And again, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But I can't wait to see to get more information on both PS5 and obviously Series X. We know July, Microsoft showcasing their games, so we're going to see what they have in store. And Sony is, you know, a lot of stock is in June, so we'll see what Sony has to offer. But until then, you already know we'll definitely be back here to actually cover it off from start to finish. And obviously we're going to be doing live streams for each of these particular events, so we'll be here live on the channel. But that's pretty much it, and in order to save time in this video, I'm just going to end it like this. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you are new. Definitely share this with a buddy or two. Help this channel reach more gamers. I do appreciate the support, and thank you guys so much for checking it out. Thank you guys for hanging out. Y'all be blessed, y'all be easy. This is Big Cloud Gaming, aka Ryan. I'll see you next time. Y'all be blessed.